Kingdom blessings, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a couple of minutes and talk about some alterations today. I get a lot of questions from my clients and other customers about what you can and can't do to a suit or a blazer. First of all, I want to thank God for blessing me with this day, blessing and encourage us, cover and keep us in Jesus' name. All right. So this is a question I get frequently from a lot of guys who wear suits. So they ask me, can you let my jacket out? And sometimes the jacket is too snug. You can't let it out under your armpits and all of that. Or is there any room in the back of my jacket to let it out? Well, the answer is no. And I'm going to kind of give you guys a little tutorial. So I had to deconstruct a blazer yesterday to change the front of somebody else's blazer and put it on the other one. So we can see the inside of the blazer. So on the inside of the blazer, there is less than 1/4 inch of seam allowance to let out on your blazer. So if I turn it inside out, to show you guys that on a blazer, this is how much room that you have to let out on your blazer. As you can see, this is less than 1/4 inch seam allowance. So to answer your question, if you got a blazer that's too tight or too snug, or you had it for years and you gained a little weight or whatever, you want to see if you can let it out, the answer is no. There is no room to let this blazer out. Now, what you can do, as if in my suit, I bought a suit from Shein. It was a little bit too big. I got it. I bought a large. I wear a small because it's not based on your size that you wear in American sizes. It's based on the measurements. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. So I got this suit from Shein. I think I bought, I'm a 4/6. I think I bought a 10 or a medium or large. So what you can do on your blazer, you can always take the blazer in on the inside, take the seams in to tailor it a little bit more on to make the blazer fit a little bit closer to your body, to be body forming. And you can also hem the sleeves and you can take the seams in on the sleeves. You can hem your pants. You can take in the back to make it look tailored to your body, but you can't, there's really not that much room to let it out. So once I tailored this suit, it looks perfect on me. I wear it a lot to church, but you can't let it out. So we're going to talk about this blazer that I did for my client. I have some amazing clients. So my client bought a suit from China. It said extra large, 3X, 4X, or whatever in China. Actually, it's an American large. So when he bought the suit, he couldn't close it. It had 5 or 6 inches open. And it was just an amazing suit. So he had to buy an American-made suit on Amazon, and which fit him perfectly. So I took the applique off the front of the other suit that I showed you the jacket on, and I removed it, and we had to cut like a moon shape out to put the applique back on his new blazer so he can wear it. And so it was added to this blazer, which fit him perfectly, but we're able to make adjustments and remove what we have, and you can tailor the blazer. On his pants, the pants did not have this applique on it, but we removed it from the other pair of pants, which is like a trim that's on his pant. It's pretty much kind of like a ribbon kind of, or band tape. And I took it off the other pants and I put it on these pants. So we were able to tailor this jacket to his new jacket after I removed the appliques and removed all the parts from this other jacket. And now he has the same suit to wear to church with the appliques on it, and it looks the same. So the things that we can do to a blazer, we can tailor it, we can shorten the sleeves, we can make the sleeves tighter, we can take in the back of a blazer. Say it's too wide when you button it. On a man's blazer, there are lines in the back that you can take this up on. So this one doesn't have a seam in the middle, but a lot of them have seams in the middle. You can take up to 1/2 inch in the middle of the blazer. Since this one has a flap, which a lot of the suits do, you can take up 1/2 inch or inch or two under the armpits to take that up to make it more tailored. You can always change the buttons on the blazer. You can change the buttons. You can change if you don't like the buttons on your blazer that you purchased. You can order some buttons on Amazon. You want to make sure they're similar size that you have to fit the buttonholes on your jacket. Say you have your jacket, you don't like the way it fits. You can always tailor the inside of it. Also on your pants, what I come into a lot with the guys that order pants. The new way that the pants are worn for more younger people are a modern fit pant, which is a tailored fit pant. So what you can do is your dress pants, you can always get them tailored, which the tailoring of the dress pants is where you start on the dress pant. And on the middle of the pant, you can tailor it to slim the pant down. On the second part, you can also take in the back, say your waistband is too big on your jeans or your dress pants and your pants are falling down. You can always take in the pant. You take in up to 2 to 3 inches on the seam of the pant. Now, when they ask you, can you let my dress pants out? They're too tight. The answer is no. The reason why we are going to tell you that the answer is no is this is no. There is 1/2 inch seam allowance on these dress pants. You see the folded part on the pants? That's 1/2 inch, probably a fourth if I had my measuring tape. That's 1/2 inch, okay? So there is no way here on these dress pants for me to let them out. So what you need to do is just go find your larger pair of pants, whatever works for you. Also, if these dress pants are too big, we can take in all the way to up to 2 inches. Well, and we may have to remove the belt loops to make them fit closer. But if you lost up to 20 to 30 pounds, we can still tailor your pants. But if you go over 3 sizes, you won't be able to tailor these pants because you don't want your pockets to be meeting each other like eyelashes. So those are some things that you can and cannot do. And also, I get a lot of questions from ladies. I have a dress, I have a skirt. Can you let my skirt out? So I got a simple skirt that I bought from Shein. Okay, you see this skirt? This is the skirt. So when you pull the skirt inside out, so if you're questioning anything that you need to take out or remove, this has less than a 1/4 seam allowance. See this here? This is your seam allowance. It may be 2 centimeters. So the answer is no. I can't let your skirt out because there's no fabric in here to let your skirt out. But if your skirt is too big, I can take your skirt in around the waistband. We can tailor your skirt around the side of your legs. We can hem your skirt. Say you got a dress that you want to wear. It's a ball gown. It's too long. You can always hem your skirt. The thing when you come over to get your skirt or your ball gown hemmed, you want to bring the shoes with you that you're going to wear the formal dress with. Because when you get ready to hem your dress, you want to make sure that you hem it to the height of the shoes that you're going to wear or a similar heel that you might want to wear when you wear the dress. So I just want to give you guys a few tips, and I'm going to try to come on here weekly and give you some tips on the questions that I get. One more other thing that I want you guys to realize. When you're on Shein, Amazon, and all these other places that say it's out of the country, it's from China, it's so-and-so, on the website, it may say small, medium, large, 12, 14, 6, 8, 10. Those numbers do not mean anything in American sizes. You need to know your measurements for your body. You need to know your bust. You need to know your hips. You need to know your waist. For majority for women. For guys, you need to know your shoulder to shoulder. You need to know your arm length, from your shoulder to your arm length. You need to know the waist on your pants. The reason being, when guys go to purchase a suit on Amazon and places that are from out of the country, there is a problem with the shoulder to shoulder length. The average size on the shoulder to shoulder length is 17.5. The average kid that might be 14 or 15 has an 18-inch seam shoulder to shoulder. So which means that you would have to buy a medium jacket instead of purchasing the small blazer that you think matches your kid. The reason being is the shoulder to shoulder length. Their shoulders and body sizes are smaller than the body sizes in America. So don't look at the small, medium, and large. You need to know your measurements. I measure for suits and blazers and prom dresses all the time at a very low cost. Women, when you go to buy that dress on the website, yes, it's beautiful. Yes, you love it. If it does not have your bust size, your waist size, your hip size, does not mean that you can purchase it. You wear a 12 in American size. In China, you might wear a 2X. So you need to look at your bust, your hips, and your waist before you purchase this product. And 9 times out of 10 with the tariffs, you cannot send it back. So before you purchase it, you need to make sure that it fits your body measurements, not the number that is on the screen. Yes, we all want to seem like we were a smaller size in American sizes. Yes, we want the number to be small, but if it doesn't fit, we don't need to buy it because it takes a lot to ship it back, and the shipping may cost more to return it than it does to purchase it. So I just want to give you guys some tips about what you're purchasing. Look at the comments. Please, please, please look at the comments. The comments of the person that purchased this suit, this dress, this fabric last time. If you see in the comments that it looks like it's made out of crepe paper, we don't want to buy it. If we look in the comments, it looks like it's some wrinkled up tissue paper. Do not buy it. You want to look at the fabric to make sure that that person that's wearing this outfit, that it looks like it has the regular dimensions for American bodies. If it does not, and you don't have a picture, and there are no comments about this particular vendor or manufacturer, we don't want to buy it. Do not buy it. And if you read in the comments that the vendor that you're looking at is a scam, we don't want to buy it. Do not buy it, okay? So we want to try to make sure that we're making our purchases to have less returns, less problems with the vendors, and we want to be happy with what we purchased. If you purchase something you're not sure about it, ask questions. Feel free to give me a call, 901-281-9728. I will be more than happy to assist you to do your alterations, but we want to purchase things that's not going to cause us to do a lot of returns and be unhappy. And, you know, y'all got places to go and things to do. So I just want to come on here and give y'all a little quick minute about alterations. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. I'm going to try to come on here every week or at least twice a month. And if y'all have a question in advance that you want me to talk about on Facebook Live, I will be more than happy to talk about it. Also, remember your waist size in your jeans. Just because you're cute in a 12 doesn't mean that that vendor's 12 is your size 12. Measure your waist. If you don't have a measuring tape, get one from Amazon. Measure your waist, measure your hips, measure your bust. If you don't know how to do it, I will measure it for you and give you a whole sizing chart that you can have that'll last you until you measure yourself next year. But we don't want to waste money because we're working too hard for it. We want to take our time and look thoroughly at what we're purchasing. We don't want to be scammed, and we want to get the best bang for our buck. Because if you guys see any reviews and you don't see what it looks like, do not buy it. So that's going to be my few minutes for, Stitch by Sandie Alterations. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Feel free to call me, text me. And when I come on next time, if y'all got questions in advance, I'll be more than happy to talk about them. I think I'm going to talk about prom dress and formal dress alterations and suits and tuxedos next time, what you can and can't do. And maybe that'll give you guys a little bit of assistance, because what I've noticed lately is the one shoulder dresses and a lot of bridesmaids dresses don't fit them properly. So you may have to go up a size. You may have to go down a size. Just know when you buy that one shoulder dress, 9 times out of 10, it is not going to fit you under your shoulders. There's going to be a huge gap. That's normal. That's why I do alterations on them. If you put the dress on and it's draping over in the front, that means the top of your shoulder on the dress needs to be altered. Probably needs 1 to 2 inches taken in. And if you put the dress on, it looks good, but you know, we got to buy stuff to cover our behind. But the middle part might be a little loose. That's why you get alterations. You take 1 to 2 inches down the side of your dress under your armpit to your hips. You will look amazing. So don't always get discouraged because you have to get a bigger size to accommodate our body types, because we do have curves. But we will look fabulous if we make great decisions on the front end. So if you guys got questions, we might talk about formal dresses next time and some of the things that we can do and what we can't do. But I just wanted to come out here and encourage you guys today to have a great day, to be vigilant, you know, dream big. If you feel like God has given you your dreams and desires of your heart and giving you an idea to go out and do something things, do it. So I see we got a question about Marina. I need a shirt that will hide my gut. What do you recommend? So what I recommend is, a lot of people are buying shirts now that kind of are tailored here, but they have like the peplum skirt at the bottom. Or if you buy a shirt that's a little bit loose fitting, you get the peplum shirt, it will come around and kind of flow. Or they have the ones with the spaghetti straps, fits here, loose flowing. Get a flowing dress. If you got a lot of gut, I have clients that I have to talk to a lot about. A lot of the dresses on, or clothing on there, on the sheet and all that, they're form fitting. So we want to get things that have, it's like a drape, like a little wrap here, or a little extra piece of fabric here that kind of loops over. That's going to give you a lot of tummy coverage. Sometimes we have to put our Spanx on that come from here to our waist down to hold things in. But don't buy the form-fitting jumpsuit dress that's super tight. That's usually for a younger person. If we're a little bit older, we want to get things that kind of cover our stomach. So look for stuff that has, it always has like a little wrap or a little peplum or kind of things to camouflage our body. And if you're heavy busted, I've run into a lot of that lately. There is, get a bigger size. Yes, you might be a 42 in your bust and they got separates. Buy the separate. You might be smaller at the bottom and you're bigger at the top. We're just gonna go on by the bigger top. When you get the bigger top, yes, it might feel like a square when you buy it. But what I'm gonna do is take in 1 to 2 inches all the way down the side till it fits you like an hourglass. We got rooms for our boobs. We got the separates that probably fit. And then you might need to get your pants hemmed, but you're still gonna look like $1,000,000 because this is covered. We don't want to put something on that's so tight that we can't breathe, or we're moving around and our girl's about to jump out. We don't want to do that. So just get the bigger top, get it altered, let it all fit. So if you got any, I think those are the things that I had questions about this week about alterations. I'm trying to see if anybody else has got any more questions before I jump off here. Okay. So I'm going to try to come back on, I guess, the beginning of next week. If y'all got questions, talk about the guys, stuff about the hems. Oh, also, guys, when you come to get your suit altered, bring your shoes with you. Bring your dress shoes. Bring your high tops or whatever you're going to do. Bring them with you when you come. I'm going to make you take your shoes off at the door, but put your shoes on, because most men want their pants hemmed right on top of their shoe. So I need to know where your shoe is so I can hem your pants to the right part, because you don't want it to be under the bottom of your shoe, but you want it to lay right on top of your shoe when you hem it. And the tailoring about the men's pants. They wear the modern pants. Some guys want their pants super skinny. I don't know why. But if your calf is 18 inches wide, we can't make your pants slimmer around your calf than your, you have to have it big enough to get your foot in your pants. And you also can't go smaller than your calf size, because suit pants don't have any stretch. You cannot tailor a suit like jogging pants because it has no stretch. The fabric has no stretch. So those are the things that I'm running into to make sure that you tell your clients, yes, we can tailor your pants, but we cannot take them in so tight that you can't get your calf muscles on. Because these guys are working out. They have a muscular build. If you got an 18-inch calf muscle, we can't make your pants tailored to 16. Okay? The two don't mix. Okay? So those are some of the things that I see a lot and we have conversations about. Because I will take out the measuring tape and measure your calf muscle. So when we're having this discussion, you understand what we're talking about. I just want you guys to understand what's going on. And bridesmaids, if you're getting married and you know you're getting married, try to come 30 days in advance so you won't have a breakdown, because I have a lot of brides coming here that they're in tears that what they ordered from China is horrible and I got to remake the dress. So give yourself time to get your dress fixed, come back, get your second fitting, get your bridesmaids done. The thing is time. We want to have enough time to get everything done. And also these robes that y'all spend a lot of money on, don't do that. Go on Amazon and get the 5-pack for the $30 for the bridesmaids. And just get somebody like me to put the little name on the back. We don't need to spend $200-300 on some bridesmaids robes. It's a cheap pack out there. That's a quick fix. It's some glitter from Amazon. Just put it on the back. We don't need to spend a lot of money on simple things that you're going to have for your bridesmaids. And some things that you can do for your bridesmaids is free gifts. Get some bonnets from Shein. Put the word on it, your name of your wedding or your whatever. You want to spend the least amount of money for bridesmaids. Favors that you're giving out. Go out there and look and find you some stuff that's less expensive for that. So I just want to give you guys some tips. If something else comes to mind, I'll go back out there and talk about it next week. But please, 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 think about what you're purchasing before you purchase it, because they're not doing a lot of returns. People are having a lot of problems getting their stuff back. And sometimes you might not get your money back from some of these places. They don't do returns. They give store credit. Get your measurements done. Think about what you're purchasing. Know what you can and can't do to your jackets. You can't let your pants out. You can't let your jacket out because there's nothing in there. So this is going to be my little minute for the week to go out and give you guys some information about alterations. And I'm going to try to come back on next week. And if you have questions, just message me and I'll talk about it the next time I come on. So you guys have a super fantastic Friday. May you be blessed and encouraged and have a great week.